trying to get that info. Goes in, double dips. Just the one for him. T1 blazing red through to the B site. Cutting things open nice and early. In towards this retake, you've got to look at the util that's still available for FUT.
Spike's not even gone down yet, and as I say that, they do start to bit out some sort of plan, and FUT aware of this, but it's just a question of whether or not they clear this location that Buzz is in.
Leading that offensive line. stax has a flash from main, but he's yet to use it. Now suppressed. Will have to wait the time out to get that opportunity. AtaKaptan spotted Buzz. He lives on limited time now. Has to fight his way from trouble, and trouble arrives on his very doorstep. qRaxs with that one back, and now a 3-on-3. Still, stax yet to be uncovered. More fights taken, more fights won for AtaKaptan. FUT with the advantage, continuing to run into this site, and finally stax, when he wants to show up. An aggression out from FUT too. Yeah, I mean, look, that's the play that T1 created long ago. And Meteor knows that all too well.
Despite this Killjoy setup being on A, I mean, T1 able to get in there. Little bits of chip damage done if you're looking at stax and Izu's HP, and that is disgusting.
That's so nice. The Guardian through the short wall. AtaKaptan does go down. FUT short-handed by one player. MrFaliN trying to flood through. Stopped in his tracks. T1 on the site now. Should be battening down the hatches from this position. yetujey, 1 kill. And that's one less rifle that you've got to think about. The money is not in a great place for T1. That's all you need. 1 kill, and that's a success story for me.
Spike ticking down, and as you said, yetujey just looking to isolate some sort of fight.
Smoke is useful in a sense. It acts as a blocker. It meant that initial push wasn't going to come through, but it's only a matter of time before it does. Paranoia perfectly placed. xeus, just the one, traded immediate, but that's when qRaxs steps into the dojo. 2 back for him, still 2 standing on T1, and both of them equal to the sum of their parts. A 2-on-2 with the spike yet to be planted, but that flank coming in by yetujey.
MrFaliN looking to go for another spam, but Sylvan more than aware of it.
Oh. Now this is a difficult ult to try and break if you're yetujey, so he's just biding the time and looking out for the info, but Sylvan has the perfect counter. Smoke, he would have wanted that so bad. Buzz over the top. This is one of the angles that you have to clear, but they don't! They just allow MrFaliN to be let off the leash. He rips 3 heads from the server, and now T1, half the numbers, and this time, they're not good for it. It has to be stax up against 4. Captain, fantastic. How much is there to be said of this with the paranoia in his face? Nothing. FUT win the round that they had no business up until this point. Meteor has been good at checking his position, not getting caught, and he will not this time. That's a rifle back in T1's hands, and a lot more space on the map once all that Killjoy util's dropped.
It opens up the round, Hazza, but look at FUT just playing so disciplined still over towards that A side, not even going to react off of that pick that Meteor gets.
They want the re-hit. It's the same util that you've seen 1,000 times over, but the result favors the defenders. AtaKaptan pulls away 3. And while Meteor still does have this rifle, that flank is on limited time. The next of the players has been spotted. stax, Meteor gives up the knowledge of where he stands with the spike out in the open.
10 seconds left on the clock. 2v3, and
FUT trying to make the double up. 2 players in hell. They'll get dropped. Here comes Meteor. Wants the ace. xeus to deny it, buddy. Holding the line. Flash drops in right in front. The smoke was there. It just popped on the edge. There was a chance he could have pulled the trigger, but no, he shies away from it. And Buzz, in the face of danger, shows up with the results. AtaKaptan right back. Volleys 2 of his own, making it a 3rd as stax is brought down to his hands and knees. They're hoping for their savior yet again, and it will come in the form of Meteor.
Meteor's got all the work to do here. Needs to find a way to isolate those fights, but When Paranoia is going to delay him.
Doesn't have the tools to do it either. MrFaliN will take that first fight, but doesn't need to show anymore. He goes many ways to approach this. One of them's jumping straight across, and that has worked out the better. Here come the blades. Buzz not going to miss from that kind of distance. Next player revealed looking for it, but FUT resounding the site with the util of their own. The Hunter's Fury has bought a window, and T1 just can't capitalize from their entry.
And that's the lockdown going to be committed now as well to try and get back into this explosive take that they were trying to do to begin with, but yetujey.
It's standard FUT again. They will be right up against it, and, well, AtaKaptan is the last one left, so he comes into the retake with T1, a new lease on life. Izu is completely separated from stax right now. The knife will reveal his position, but just...
Still 3 FUT players over towards B, and it will be xeus that takes the first contact. That's Meteor down and out the round, Hazza.
Yeah, you can't slow peek around the corner like that. Look at this angle that xeus is holding. He's still there, fighting like a true blue FUT player. Another kill that he finds, just hitting like a truck right now. MrFaliN's there too, and qRaxs has held up his end of the bargain. Sylvan, the last one standing. 4 players in front. That's only ended one way so far, and that's with a...
this round for FUT, and it is going to work to delay that push. And once again, we see Buzz entering the site with no support. I mean, what can you do when those mollies are delaying the rest of the team? And Spike goes down on A, Hazza.
xeus defensively looking brilliant in this gun round. It's just a pistol and Meteor left. Such a frustrating place to be right now, because this is FUT getting ready to give themselves a first half advantage, or at the very least, they will break even. We know that now. I like the idea, from what it's worth, for T1 to try and beat that util trap by having Sylvan TP in behind Buzz. You've got a little bit more maneuverability there towards A than you do on B, with it's difficult to get that one going, whereas value here a bit different. And I'll tell you what, they wipe it off the face of the earth with the ult themselves, and now they can get the plant in.
Looking as though they're going to be using this Hunter's Fury as well in this post plant and FUT.
That's brilliant from stax. Just buying a little bit more time with the knife, with the knowledge in mind that these ults are still available. qRaxs was not suppressed, so he can use the null command. After the knife drops, he now knows they have the info. Short is clear. All bodies on the site for T1, looking to try and wipe the slate clean. Hunter's Fury comes in as that counter, and still no damage traded. Time is of the essence. FUT have got to get a move on, or this one is going to slip from the palm of their hand. TP across into the smoke. AtaKaptan fighting, roaring again. The FUT Lions making their mark. Meteor still here. He has been in the apocalypse for them before, but can't clean up this.
Get anything in market, and I mean, they're going to be given the space. T1 happy to just play deep on B site here.
There is no pause, no pump of the brakes on this one either. It's straight onto the breach and into the B site. T1 cooped up, ready to shut down FUT. Nice shot, Buzz. He gets out somehow. The 0-point suppression, which would have... And it's another first kill for Buzz as well. He was second highest at Champs Gone By. That's why we call him the best Korean duelist. You know who was in front?
Tell me, Hazza.
Kang. So, you know,
MVP.
Good company up there at the top. and I have to say, look, on the defense here, if you just allow him to set up with this gun, it's going to be so difficult to fight through. T1 buying themselves more time with the utility set up here as well. Meteor off the shoulder of Izu. It's Buzz that cracks the whip first. yetujey shown out of this one. And in terms of positions on the map, well, where is AtaKaptan in all of this? Trying to boost up around the side, whereas MrFaliN is left to just a single point of health. He'll try and...
Coming into this one though, Hazza. FUT ready to just take the aggression. Oh, Buzz!
Nah! Headshot onto AtaKaptan. Insult to injury. Excess, you could say. Sylvan with yet another.
Shorty!
Here is Buzz in support. Shorty comes out. Up behind it, no scope. A few more calculated plays. Make the most of the util. T1 taking the words out my mouth. So nice to just give that adjustment of the Odin spam from short. The reveal over the top. With the suppression to stop. FUT not even given half a chance to enact their own game plan here, Billy. That's the most worrying part.
And that initial pick has kind of forced FUT into this Killjoy setup that's already waiting for them on A. But I mean, look at all of T1's players.
Oh no, they're getting melted inside the mollies. Meteor standing behind this, but inside the smoke. So many areas in which he could get attacked, but reinforces his position well, trying to divide it up. yetujey falls by his side, given so much. The nanos, which we know Meteor has kept using right up in these chokes, but Sylvan's been left unchecked towards Wine for a while now, and fortunately enough, the fragment falls at his feet.
Stax could get overwhelmed on this site, but look at this positioning from Buzz.
Yeah, the question now is how much can Stax do to stop FUT from getting in the site, give himself half a chance. Is he just gonna take them all? Yes, he is! Stax up to his third. Half the score, yet to find a round on their attack. Could this be it, or is it over for now? yetujey opens up, that's Buzz gone.
You should run.
Plenty more to be worried about after this lockdown.
Lockdown invested, but Aizu potentially going to... Not quite.
Lineup was for the safer plant on the spam. Knowing the Odin was in play, it makes sense that FUT wanted to go for that. Actually, I say that, it wasn't the safe. The Odin could have spammed that, but it's kind of worked the opposite way. I think T1 sort of expecting a little more from them there, perhaps, in that sense. The dart goes on forever, but once Meteor arrives, the result is expected. 2 from him, Sylvan off the back, Izu in the clutch. The spam's brought it to a 1v1. AtaKaptan in Boathouse. He walks out now onto the site, trying to get a lay of the land, weigh this one up in the corner. Izu may just expect this. Walking down the speedway, soon he will drop. He spots ult to spend.
Ults to spend and ults used straight off the bat, Hazza.
AtaKaptan is by himself in backside, but it's Meteor here, and it feels like a fair 1v1 as the situation presents itself. AtaKaptan yet to clear this portion of the site. Meteor closing that gap, creeping in on AtaKaptan's position. He doesn't find the kill, it's Izu instead. Hunter's Fury trying to follow up on the controller, but the situation is out of hand. T1 getting ready to move forward in Swiss. MrFaliN to stop their success from continuing. The play-in stage could have been a momentum builder for the Turkish squad, but for T1, this off-season has never stopped. From GES to home ground now on Berlin soil, MrFaliN's locked in the corner, and of course,